I've been updating my
Welcome aboard, Captain.
base a little bit. There's actually a lot more work to do. I do not like these creep vines. They're way too yellow for the environment, but that's okay. We can work on that later. And obviously everything needs more glass, because what's the point if you can't see in and out? Okay. I think the current plan is to go to the Aurora. We have a wonderful Seamoth perimeter defense system in case we run into any trouble. My stasis rifle in case we run into any trouble. Probably don't need the Sea Glide though. I forgot everything's practically out of batteries here. Flashlight. Oh, extra repair tool. Don't want that right now. Toss that back in there. We're gonna head over to the canteen, get some melons. Or not. They're currently growing. Guess we'll go out to the garden and get some gel sacks. Not enough, but it'll keep us for a while. Now we head to the Aurora, which, if I recall correctly, is south-southwest. We'll just go right up to the surface and we'll be able to tell. Yep, thereabouts. Oh, south-southeast, sorry. West would put me in the weird corner of the map, that's for sure. I guess we'll never know.
Will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
Frankly, I don't want to know. We're just going to assume that he doesn't care. That he's off doing his own thing, living his own life.
Ship's structural integrity is low. Fire suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
Oh, isn't it cute? Get it! Oh, thank you for jumping into my bubble. That was awfully convenient. I love it when the monsters just run right into the stasis bubble and then we can stab them like they deserve. I hear you. I don't know where you are, but I hear you. Water, excellent. Have lots of it, but we can always use more. Okay, let's scan it real quick. And then murder
The
it.
digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Oh, it's infected.
Integrating new PGA
Alright, I'm just gonna run
data.
past these ones. Look for an entrance. I'm sure this is safe. Totally safe. Nope. No way I will die whatsoever. Nope. I do think it's a little stupid that the stasis thing doesn't stasis me, but I'm quite grateful. It would be very annoying if it did. Alright. Where do we go to complain about the running of this ship? Whose idea was it to come here anyway?
Unable to remotely download black box data. Integrating new
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate
Now remember,
sensors.
when putting out
Sensors
fire, put
recalibrated.
the
Sensors
thing
aren't
to
the
the
problem.
source
I
of the
tweak the
flames.
program. It's like you now. It doesn't like
Safety
being told
first.
what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your
Albert
fault,
the
but
drone?
you really helped me do my
He has a
job.
classier
Bring
name
me
than most
what I
people.
asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
new blueprint acquired.
Alright.
Integrating new PGA
Specimen with
data.
symptoms of infection. This organism is displaying signs of bacterial infection. Bright green blisters are forming networks around the infection sites. Pathology suggests a waterborne bacterium capable of penetrating the body through the skin and respiratory system. Yeah, that's probably why we're all on quarantine. Underlying indications of genetic mutation and aggressive behavior. Aggressive, you don't say. The bacterium itself is unlike any so far recorded in human exploration. May be contagious, avoid, do not under any circumstances consume the flesh. We're already infected. What's the harm now, really? Altera launches the Aurora. Phase gate announced for the Ariadne arm. Altera launches the Aurora. The furthest reaches of inhabited space are due to expand as Altera Corp launches a newly constructed capital ship carrying a phase gate bound for the Ariadne arm. The Aurora will travel from a space dock on the edge of Altera space, making hundreds of consecutive phase gate jumps through 9 different Transgov authorities and arrive on the far side of the Ariadne arm in 3 months' time. From there, the command crew will pilot the ship beyond the final phase gate, arriving in the next solar system approximately 18 months later. There, the elite team of engineers will begin a 6-month construction project on the new phase gate and a multi-trillion credit investment. In the absence of existing infrastructure in the region, the vessel is equipped with advanced thermal and nuclear power facilities. Altera Corp currently operates 9% of all phase gates in the galaxy. If the Aurora's mission is successful, Altera will have outmaneuvered a cabal of Mongolian corporations operating a range of outposts and mines in the region. But the Dagazi is Mongolian, so that's very interesting. The Charter. Transgov, an independent authority in de facto control of at least one solar system and phase gate. Citizen, a person who consents consciously or implicitly to the authority of a recognized Transgov. The Charter, the full legal contract agreed upon by 37 separate Transgovs and summarized herein. The Trans-System Federation, military police charged with enforcing the terms of the Charter, independent of but funded by the Transgovs. It's like the Articles of Confederation or something like that from the olden days. Trans-system phase gate. Any permanent installation which enables warping of spacefaring vessels between solar systems. Each transgov is to have an equal right to the most extensive basic liberty compatible with a similar liberty for others. Each has a right to own phase gates and planetary infrastructure. Each has an obligation to share phase gate access with other transgovs on fair terms at no cost to themselves. Each has an obligation to financially maintain and comply with the TSF. Each transgov has a right to self-government subject to the restrictions laid out below. No transgov may develop weapons and technologies outlawed in Appendix 91. No transgov shall engage in population abuse. Oh, I mean, that sounds... I guess it depends what they define as population abuse, because that seems pretty great. I thought Altera was an unfeeling corporation, but I guess if they're that nice, that's pretty good. Codes and clues. High security terminal captain's quarters. Oh, yeah, we're not ready for that quite yet. Notes to self. Uh, 1454 cargo bay door. Cargo bay. Yep, we'll probably need to know that. And we'll need to get this stuff out of the way. Just like the gravity gun. Okay, well I guess we'll grab that one next. That seems stupid. Let's get this desk out of the way. Awesome.
Scans of damage to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
Pretty sure it's very known what technology did it. It was the giant gun we saw destroy the sunbeam. Not sure if you caught that, Gladys. Should probably make a note. You know the thing that I have a picture of memorializing it for all eternity on the side of my base? Yeah, that one. That's what happened. Cyclops engine. Good, good, good. Transgov profile Altera Corp.
New PDA data.
One of the largest suppliers of spacefaring technologies and consumer electronics in the Federation. Sweet. The official supplier of the TSF. Consistently ranked amongst Galaxy's best employers. Nice. I mean, there's only 37 transgovs, so at least they're in the top 50 always. Began life as a defense manufacturer in the mid-22nd century. National motto, get what you deserve. Although most transgovs can trace their roots back to Earth, Altera, literally meaning by Earth, is the only one brazen enough to take its name. During the expansion, Altera supplied arms to all sides, acquiring and housing a vast colonist workforce and making the transition from manufacturer to corporate state. Altera's threat to cease trade was one of the turning points in the conflict, bringing about the end of hostilities and the signing of the Charter. Free enterprise within Altera space is encouraged, but competition is tight and all goods exported off-world must be Altera branded. Profitable businesses are bought out by the state, owners ascending to the board of directors. Well-known Altera technologies like the Cyclops submersible originated with such private enterprises. Despite superficial similarities to national governments, the corporation's lawyers have always maintained that it has no legal obligation to its employees, but voluntarily elects to take on the roles usually served by a democratically elected government. This claim has not yet been tested in Federation courts. I mean, if they're doing it already, I guess the only time it'll come up in court is when they finally decide to rescind those rights. And it doesn't sound like they have intentions to do that, so... I don't think there's anything else in here. Ready to scan at a moment's notice. Hi there. you dead? If you're not dead, can I kill you? Okay, you're dead now. Good. Bleeder. It's a leech. And there's another one. I was just reading. Oh, you? No. You die. Get out of here. Reminds me of the parasites from Resident Evil 4. I do not want to be mind controlled. Thank you. You're let me. No, 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 no. You know how they say, suffer not a witch to live, suffer not a leech to live. Pretty much the same philosophy as the book series that I read recently. Seamoth Depth Module Mark 1. Oh, that'd be nice to have gotten without having to make it ourselves. More titanium, always good. Until it's not.
Integrating new PDA data.
VR Sweet Log. What did these people do? Loading program. Desert Island Drama. Virtual reality. Size 3 players. Resources normal. Spawning players on beach. Player 1 has been washed away by an unusually high tide. Player 2 has traded a coconut with Player 3 for 10 credits. Player 3 has planted a coconut. Players are getting hungry. Player 3 has grown a coconut tree. Player 3 has eaten a coconut. Player 3 is no longer hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 for 30 credits. Player 2 has eaten a coconut, but is still hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 in exchange for building a tent. Player 3 is sleeping inside their tent. Player 2 is cold. Night falls. A passing ship is offering trading. Player 2 has traded 30 credits for a musket. Player 3 has been shot twice in the head while sleeping. Player 2 wins. Player 2 has died from cold and starvation. If only they could have gotten along. Probably too much to ask.
The driver sustained internal damage during collision. During attack, prepare without appropriate qualifications.
Qualifications? I'm the silent-ish protagonist. I have all the qualifications.
New blueprint acquired. Warning, local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Once breached, these breaches will continue to leak radiation into the surrounding environment until they're sealed. Well, let's get to fixing.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired.
So I got a Cyclops
Further
engine
breaches
efficiency module.
detected.
It'd be nice if I actually had a Cyclops to put that in, but I guess, you know, we'll get there. One of you. Can I kill you? Can I? Hey, buddy. Die in a fire. Let's repair these. Actually, I have to get up for just a second. Alright, Back in the saddle.
Containment
I see
breach
you.
repaired. Further breaches detected.
I mean, I can either stab him with a heat blade or inflict severe blunt force trauma. I'm not sure which is more humane, and frankly, I don't care. Actually, they're leeches. I'd probably prefer the least humane thing of those two. Can it think? Because if it can think while it's flying through the air, that would probably be worse for it. Oh, hello. I see you guys trying to get up in my business, steal my blood, corrupt me.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach
It's about
repaired.
purity of essence.
Further breaches detected.
We've all seen Dr. Strangelove. We know what that's about.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected. Containment breach repaired. Further
I see
breaches
sparks
detected.
coming off of it. Oh, there we go.
Drive core breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
Excellent. What's behind the door of mystery? I guess I could look. Prawn Bay. That seems pretty great.
Integrating new PDA
Aurora Auxiliary
data.
Mission Orders. Mission: Search and Rescue. Target: crew of the Mongolian vessel Dagazi. And that's why we got shot down. Because we were following those people. Paul Torgos are like, I'm gonna make a quick detour, it'll be great. And then everyone died. As far as I can assume. I haven't found any living people yet. Last known position, vicinity of planet 4546b, area in the arm. Contact Mongolian Embassy Yoki Kasar, Aurora passenger quarters. Mongolian vessel, the Dagazi, disappeared almost a decade ago, carrying with it a high-ranking Mongolian chief. Corporate insurance has purchased passage aboard the Aurora for emissary Kasar, and your orders are to make every reasonable effort to locate and retrieve the Dagazi crew members without compromising the primary mission. Good one, guys. Mission accomplished. Confirming the fate of the crew will aid Altera's diplomatic efforts at the Mongolian councils. Mission details: Aurora is due to perform a slingshot maneuver around 4546b, approximately 13 months post-launch. This will bring the ship within range of the Dagazi's last known position. Additional aquatic and all-terrain vehicles have been included in the Aurora's cargo package for this mission. The Dagazi crew manifesto has been distributed to senior employees in a separate message. Yeah, we actually saw a couple of those. One, at least Marguerite's crew manifest. So, we were sent here to save him. Go us. We really did a good job on that one, didn't we?
Integrating new PDA data.
Sweet offer, from Huggins to Wilson. You're telling me you've been on this rig more than a year and you never took a ride on the outside? Well, now you've only gone and gotten yourself a friend with the keys to a giant freaking robot suit. We've plain got nothing to do till we get Starside to work on the gate. You want to taste the stars, you've only got to say, My spare prawn suit's got your name on it. You don't know what power feels like till you've crushed an asteroid with your bare, heavily mechanically augmented hands. Want to play catch with a passing meteor? Come by cabin number 1. Code's 1869. Oh man. I don't know what's more attractive. No, get out of here. I want to get the battery. Having giant mechanically augmented arms, or having a door code of 1869. That takes some cleverness right there. See fire, we don't care. You can just burn right down there and we will ignore you. Well then. I don't see any leeches here.
Originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
I'm not sure where that hull breach she's mentioning is. Maybe it's down there. But we're gonna go find the captain's quarters first. Ouch.
New blueprint acquired.
Running out of room here. Alright, let's see what it takes to build this thing. Prawn suit. Plasteel, aerogel, enameled glass, lead, diamond. That's really not too bad. Put that on the to-do list. Maybe I can figure out a way to jump up here without having to move you because you're a jerk. Ha! Take that box. You can't stand in my way. Ouch. Ouchies. Oh. Dumb way to die in my hardcore mode. Huh. Alright, we'll just drop that one. Use this one. Cool. Vending machine. We're gonna put that in the canteen.
New blueprint acquired.
I didn't know we had a bar table. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome too. Trash can. Vending machine. Whoa. Wall shelf. Oh, counter.
New blueprint acquired.
Man, we're getting all sorts of new blueprints.
New blueprint acquired.
The menu.
Integrating new PDA data.
Space Bear Volute. Since their introduction to the interstellar vacuum in the 21st century, microscopic pterogrades, or space bears, have adapted and flourished where no other life forms have survived, condensed into a smooth, nutty, protein-rich soup. They're the freshest local ingredient available to travelers on long-haul space flights. You know, it might be the freshest ingredient, but it sounds like the most disgusting, so I would probably opt to not eat that. Cottage pie or nutrient block. Rehydrated minced beef in its own gravy, served with a topping of mashed Chinese potato, and a side of sauteed Chinese potato plant leaves, which is interesting because if the Chinese potato is the same as the regular potato, it's a nightshade plant and the leaves are poisonous. So apparently they fixed that issue. It may be consumed cold or reconstituted at the on-site fabricator. Wonderful. Dessert. Dried fruits and nuts. Unfortunately, a recent accident in Cargo Bay 3 involving incorrect application of a repulsion cannon. Dude. Albert must have given him the wrong cannon. In combination with a modified battery charger, resulted in the venting into space of all dehydrated desserts. Fruits and nuts will be the only available dessert for the next 39 weeks. Ew. You guys have like hypersleep or something? I'd rather just sleep through that entire ordeal. That sounds better. Nutrient block. Don't need that. I'll drink this water though. We're not going to stand in the fire. Gonna try not to do that. Bed, yes. A double bed's too big. Single bed's definitely going to take it.
New blueprint acquired.
I already have one of those. I'm going to grab another right now. Enter Wilson's room. 69. Or Huggins' room.
Integrating new PDA data.
Responsible Autonomous Relationships. Forward by Jenny Eckhart. All the good things in life are commodities. We trade love just as we buy and sell stock. We engage in human relationships when there is a fair exchange of value. Support, motivation, affection. Nothing good is ever free. If every physical good in the Federation came from a single supplier, it would constitute a dangerous monopoly. Personal relationships are the same. It is important for people to get what they need from multiple sources. If a person finds a better source of the goods they require, they're not wronging their original supplier by changing their purchasing arrangements. If one member of a relationship should feel threatened or jealous, they must look at their own business model and ask whether it is performing competitively. There's always room for improvement. Yeah, that's weird. Wall shelves. Yes! Places to store all of our knickknacks. Don't have many knickknacks, but
New blueprint
might
acquired.
someday. Captain's quarters. 2679. Captain's log. Loading program. Craig McGill's simulator. Virtual reality. Size 1 player. Captain Hot Dog Hollister. Map Boreal 9. Resources normal. You're exploring a quiet alien backwater when the ship you arrived here in implodes. It must be the arachnid kidney poachers. Quick, what will you do? Farm alien plants. Yep, that's a good first step. That's just what Craig McGill would do. After foraging for some hours, you've collected a number of potentially farmable foodstuffs. Which will you sustain yourself with? No, not... Oh, he picked Starwall eggs. That's the only thing on this list not to pick. Remember the PDA told me that. While the Starwall eggs are nutritious, the life cycle of these vast spacefaring, should be faring, not fearing, creatures is much too slow to sustain a farm, and besides, their mother is extremely angry with you. Fight the Starwall, apologize to the Starwall, accept your fate. Craig McGill knows there's no reasoning with a mother scorned. You are not so much torn apart as swallowed whole and disintegrated. The atoms that you thought were you are gradually redistributed in service of the Starwall's continued survival. Would you like to continue? No. That death was just too stupid. Good thing this guy can swim, because he cannot jump.
Integrating new PDA data. Average long-range transmission delay, 8 hours. Opening last recorded transmissions.
This is an emergency distress call. Aurora is on collision course with planet 4546b. Sending all available environmental data. Please respond with rescue solution out.
This is Altera HQ. Attached to this message, you should find the blueprints for an escape ship that we calculate will be capable of breaking orbit and getting you back to the nearest phase gate. Now, it's designed to use materials you can find in situ, but it's gonna need one hell of a power source. Now, we'll be sure to...
Aurora long-range communications relay offline.